Hi guys, first of all let me introduce myself. Myself Akanksha, BDS first year student. I am here present with one small topic of endocrine system, that is mechanism of hormone action, and I will provide short notes in the description box. Please guys check out. May it help you, and if you like my videos then please guys do subscribe our channel. It means a lot for me. So here we are talking about endocrine system, and it's all about different types of hormones secreted by various organs, but here we mainly focused on our topic, that is mechanism of hormonal action. Let's see some basic, then we move on to our main topic. Actually, endocrine system continues with individual glands that produces chemical messengers, and these messengers are known as hormones, that is a non-nutrient. Basically there are two types of gland. One is exocrine gland and another one is endocrine gland. Exocrine glands are actually, they have the ducts, so they produced their products into the ducts. I mean, they produce their product which are stored in the ducts. For example, salivary gland, which secretes saliva in a cavity, or you can say stored in that cavity, or many more glands such as tear gland, which secrete tears, sebaceous gland, which secretes oil. And whereas endocrine glands are the ductless gland because they don't have ducts, so they secrete their product directly into the blood capillaries. For example, pituitary gland, which secretes many hormones such as growth hormone, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, and many more. And thyroid gland, which secrete T3 and T4, that is thyroxine and triiodothyronine. Pineal gland, which secrete melatonin. So now let's talk about hormones and their types. As I said, hormones are non-nutrient chemical messenger secreted by endocrine glands directly into the bloodstream in a trace amount. There are various types of hormones such as steroidal hormones, proteinaceous hormone, and biogenic amines hormones, means they are the derivative of amines. Steroidal hormones such as aldosterone, cortisol, testosterone, and many more. Proteinaceous hormones such as growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, luteinizing hormone, antidiuretic hormone, and many more. And biogenic hormones such as adrenaline, non-adrenaline, which is also called epinephrine and non-epinephrine, thyroxine, triiodothyronine, dopamine, etc. Now let's come to our main topic, that is hormonal action. As we know, endocrine glands secrete hormones directly into the bloodstream, but hormones doesn't act directly on the cellular structure. First of all, hormone combines with receptors present on the target cells and form the hormone receptor complex. Here we have to know what is target cell and what is receptor. Each hormones affect only certain kinds of cell, that is called target cell, and receptors are present on the target cell. Actually, receptors are the large proteins in the target cell, and each receptors can combine with only one single hormones. And there are various locations of receptors. For proteinaceous hormones, their receptors are present on the cell membrane. For steroid hormones, their receptors are present in the cytoplasm. And for thyroid hormone, their receptors are present on the nucleus. Thyroid hormones like T3 and T4. On the target cell, the hormones receptors complex trigger one of the following intracellular event. First one is by altering the permeability of cell membrane, or second is by activating the intracellular enzyme, or third by activating the gene. Here let's see one example, like endocrine glands secrete hormones which directly poured into the bloodstream. Hormones then bind to its receptors present on the target cell and forms the hormone receptor complex, which induces various changes in the target cell. Now let's see how this mechanism works. First we talk about steroidal hormone, that is the lipid soluble hormone. Then we move on to the proteinaceous hormone. Okay, so here is the diagrammatic representation for this mechanism. You can see this is the blood capillary where the endocrine glands secrete steroidal hormone like testosterone or cortisol, any of them, and they diffuses into the extracellular fluid. From extracellular fluid they crosses the plasma membrane and they binds to their receptors. For steroidal hormone their receptors are present in the cytoplasm, and for thyroid hormones like T3 or T4 their receptors are present inside the nucleus. They bind to, hormone binds to their receptor and form the hormone receptor complex. Okay, this is hormone and this is the receptor. They combinedly form the hormone receptor complex. This hormone receptor complex gets bind to the DNA and initiate the transcription of gene to mRNA. Now this mRNA moves out of the nucleus and reaches near the ribosomes and activates them. These activated ribosomes produces the large quantities of proteins which produces the physiological responses in the target cell. Now our last part is proteinaceous hormone or the water soluble hormone. Here is the diagrammatic representation of this. Here you can see this is the blood capillary and this is the proteinaceous hormone. Firstly, the proteinaceous hormone, that is the first messenger, diffuses from the blood through the interstitial fluid and binds to its receptor on the plasma membrane of the target cell and forms the hormone receptor complex, which further activates a membrane protein, that is the G protein, and this activated G protein in turn activates the adenyl cyclase enzyme, which converts the ATP into cyclic adenosine monophosphate, which is second messenger, which act as a second messenger, and this activates the one or more protein kinase enzyme. Protein kinase is an enzyme that phosphorylate other cellular protein. Activated protein kinase phosphorylate one or more cellular protein, and this phosphorylated protein in turn causes reactions that produce the physiological responses. After a brief period, an enzyme called phosphodiesterase inactivates the cyclic AMP, and after inactivating, thus the cell response is turned off until the new hormone molecules continues to bind to their receptor in the plasma membrane of target cell. Thank you.